Alright, people, so welcome back to episode 149 of the Bazaar. So, we are playing this game quite a bit recently, simply because we are not far away from the goal that we set to ourselves some time ago. So, I think around episode 11, sorry, episode 11, I thought to myself, okay, we were at 200 chests, and the idea was let's get to 1,000 and then open them up and then consider the game as done. Also, keep in mind I'm playing this game for free, so 1,000 chests without investing anything. So that was the idea from the beginning, and I think I followed that idea through. And then we take a little break from this game. And do the other games. There's so many that you can play and that are fun. For example, Open TTD. There is the possibility to do longer runs. For now, I did the 1 million challenge, but there's always the possibility to just play longer runs on bigger maps. And yeah, this is would be one way. The other thing is Zero Sievert. We haven't seen the end game yet, and the end game in Zero Sievert is quite something. At least according to what I could find on the internet, they are all praising the end game of that game and how good it is. Okay, we have a reloading cannon again. Awesome. Yeah, and Sievert you see in the bottom corner, by the way, just in case this might be your first video that you're watching. This is part of our bonus episodes, so I'm pushing the Bazaar into YouTube now. That appears to be a trick. So you can either go by quality or by quantity, so we do the quantity approach here. Uh, this is not a compliment for sure to my content, but it is what it is. And yeah, let's see what the statistics say after that. And this might be your first Bazaar video because of that, and feel free to check out Zero Sievert. I play on this channel games that are all of a certain type, you know, so I enjoy a certain type of games. Um, those games that are not so stressful, I don't even know how to describe it properly, but I like to play games that don't stress me out, so I don't play Counter-Strike anymore. I don't play Dota 2. So these games, they are really getting on my nerves. I played them in the past. As a kid, I played a lot of Counter-Strike. Well, what means kid? When I was 15 or so, we played Counter-Strike 1.6 and then later Counter-Strike Condition Zero. Later, Counter-Strike Source came on the market. We played that a little bit too, but at some point you get maybe older, I don't know. I didn't enjoy Counter-Strike ever since. But the Counter-Strike 1.6 we played a lot. And it was not, back in the day it was considered a game for adults, but it was nowhere near as bloody as the new games. Not even close. The newer games are much more brutal. Call of Duty or something like that. These games are way more brutal than Counter-Strike 1. Or 1.6 rather. And yeah, in Dota 2 I played also a lot throughout the university times. It was for some reason an enjoyable game for me back in the day. I don't play that anymore. So in Dota 2 they ruined the game with cheaters, with what do they have? These people who create Smurf accounts. So they play with the beginners, but they are not beginners anymore. So that ruined Dota totally. What they should do instead is match you up against total random nobodies. This would make much more sense. Oh, interesting item, launcher core. But yeah, so Dota 2 is also not on this channel, but if you look what do we play? We play Russian fishing. That's a very relaxed gameplay. We play OpenTTD, that's also quite relaxed gameplay. So the games that we play today, they are all a little bit slower, okay? Slower and less stressful. Zero Sievert, you might think, okay, that's a bit of a stressful game, but not really, it's a top-down shooter. So you have a little less work to do. It is not like Stalker Gamma where it feels like a job when you play this game. No, this what we play here is, it's okay. So check out these games if you also like them. But there are many more of games like that. For example, Balatro. But there is another streamer, Ruffle. I watch his streams. I like to watch his streams, so there's no point recreating a game that is already well covered, I would say. And Ruffle covers the game Balatro, I think, pretty good. So there's no need to go into that game. Um, I'd rather sit down and watch a good player play Balatro than play it myself. But when it comes to Zero Zevert, I didn't find a good streamer. At least not one that is according to my taste, let's say. So I thought to myself, okay, in Zevert there is the need for more content creators, and that's why I jumped into this. And same with the Bazaar. And the Bazaar, many people got out of it. They don't like the game anymore. So there's also, I think there's this one guy, what is his name? Criparian or something. He covers Bazaar a lot. I don't enjoy the type of content of Criparian, so I don't like to watch it. I know that he played Hearthstone back in the day too, but for some reason I don't. Sometimes you don't like the voice of somebody, or you just don't like the whole way of approaching this. And that's why I'm not watching Criparian. It's not enjoyable to me. So here again, from my perspective, there is um, the necessity for more content creators to jump into this, and just to match other people's taste. Um, yeah, and maybe also with a certain quality. I don't know. So you have on YouTube a lot of just trash tier content when it comes to quality. I'm not saying that this here has a higher quality, but at least there's some rules are followed. So we have a thumbnail here. We have somewhat okay sound quality, so I tuned it over the time so that it feels that it is a little bit better. But these are the things that you gotta consider when it comes to YouTube, and you have a lot of content out there for good games maybe, but the people are a little bit off. So somebody likes maybe the people who are more nerdy, some people like some sense of humor, maybe some seriousness, some analytical approach, I don't know. And that's why I provide content for games where I didn't find myself good content. Good game is, for example, Project Zomboid. And there you have this guy, Amphibian or something like that. So he does really good content for Project Zomboid. So I don't play that game on YouTube again, also. I'd rather watch that guy playing Zomboid because they're really professionals and they present it in a very appealing way. It is not too try hard or something, but it is really enjoyable to watch. So Zomboid is a game where I say, okay, as long as this person is doing the content, I don't need to. Nobody should jump into that. What's the point? Look for a game that is not well covered yet and provide your own coverage for this. That's a value. Oh, look at this. So this says reload all your items to ammo and charge them. That's good. Oh, this is silver now. And that's the rule for all of the games on the channel. So Duskers I haven't seen a lot. Then the game Shapes, I didn't see it too. And one game that I have my eye on right now is Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain. Because that game has replay value. That's also one aspect of the games on this channel, replay value. So I don't like the story games or in general some journey games that you just play once and then never again. You won't find this on that channel. At least I don't think so, that you will find it anytime soon. 6 seconds for, let's go for this. So the Bazaar has no story as far as I know. I mean, what is the story of that guy? What is he doing? So there is not even, they didn't even bother adding a text to that, you know. It's just the title of that guy and that's it. And that's good. I don't need a story in the game. Stalker Gamma, it has a story, but you don't have to engage with it. And Stalker Gamma, another example of a game that I'm not going to cover. Why? Because Chicky Pricky is covering that thing, and really well. So Chicky Pricky is another great content creator, check him out. I just wanted to provide some positive examples because I started here on a negative note, pointing out that Preparian and stuff like this are not enjoyable to me. Well, yes, but others, there are streamers out there who provide very enjoyable content from my perspective. It's just a matter of taste. Look at the videos of Preparian, there's a lot of effort in them. Okay, so it's not just a guy sitting down like me, recording it and then creating a quick thumbnail and there you go. No, there's some serious processing. So the quality of these videos are good and there's some serious effort into them. And still I don't like it, right? So sometimes you can try as hard as you want. If a person doesn't like the way you present things, that's it, right? And then there are channels who are providing fairly yeah, simple content. For example, you might know the game Noita. Noita is a great game. Again, I won't cover that. Why? There is a streamer, Dunk or Slam, who's playing Noita. And he does it in the most enjoyable way that I can imagine. Okay, he just plays Noita, but he happens to be... He speaks about Noita as if he has developed it. He is so knowledgeable about that game. And it's way more fun watching somebody like that than playing yourself. So Noita I won't cover. And Dunk or Slam, for example, as a contrast to Creparian, he doesn't have a whole lot of effort in his production. So he is doing Twitch streaming and then every now and then he uploads on YouTube just a highlight video. But there's not much effort going on into this. And that's okay. There doesn't need to be a lot of effort. I still enjoy this game, this gameplay a lot. Okay, and this is what it is. So I also want to go down the route here, low effort videos. Okay, we are not going to. I'm not going to sit down as if this is a job and prepare a whole lot. That's not the point. So the point is, you sit here, you talk a little bit, and that will be enjoyable to some people. Maybe it won't. But no matter how hard you try, if your voice is not what people want it to be, and if, I don't know, if the games you play are not that what you want, you can do as much effort as you like. But if you hit the spot when it comes to a good game, casual gameplay, somewhat decent commentary to that, you are, I think, on a good path here. And obviously it must be fun, so I don't enjoy editing videos. Video editing is really a nightmare for me. That's why you see here uncut gameplay. So there's no cut in my voice. Sometimes I have a phone, my phone is ringing. It might ring right now, I have it on silent, but still. And I gotta pick up. So what I do then, I cut out the part in YouTube. In the editor you have a very convenient function. So whenever I have to cut something out, I just press this button. And then on YouTube I see whenever I'm in the menu, it means I need to cut it out. That's very simple, you can do that. There's not much effort. Speaking about not much effort, this run is going very, very terribly here. What is going on? What is going on in this run? Why is it going so badly? I guess because we picked up the port, right? So let's make a screenshot of the port so that we just show, whenever you pick up the port, it's a bad sign. Like this. So there will be a Windows sound now. Don't worry about that. There we go. Okay, and then this. Alright, so we got our screenshot, that's good. And now let's move on to our unfortunate journey, I guess. So what do we need? We need this and this. Oh, technology, let's find something. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Let's find something else. Okay, there's nothing. Alright, so now let's sell a little bit of something. This we don't need. So now, when you use your leftmost item, it's this one. Charge your rightmost item. It's this one. And this charges too. So now we just get rid of, let's say, this. And we put it here. And that's it. And whenever you use this now, you will automatically be charging this. Let's see if it works. Let's go here. Yes, it is indeed charging our port. And it is charging the port again. Really good. So we need to get rid of... Oh no, this is also good. Well, we don't have a scaling, but this thing is charging well. This we don't need. So that thing is really nice. So now we need this and then this. Yes, exactly. So if you haste something, increase the damage of it. And now let's get this. It's good too. Oh. So the game is getting somewhere. Here, 4 ammo. And charge it also more seconds, right? Might be. No. But I think nonetheless this should be our last match now. Let's sell this. Do I have the money in the statistic? And that's fine. This will be the last Bazaar video for me of the day. I will be uploading this stuff to YouTube and I will be publishing all of these videos on tomorrow. This will be a Sunday. And this will be a very simple attempt. So I will count. I think yesterday we had 5 videos and today 7, so 12 videos in 2 days. If that's not enough to convince YouTube of this channel, I don't know what is. But I've noticed some views. So we had extraordinary many views for Bazaar content at least. So this video got recommended. That's good. So let's get... And we didn't even die here. How great is that? What is this? Gain 20 region for the fight. Holy moly. Holy moly, for real. So we don't need this anymore. Let's try. It looks like a lot. And I put it on purpose to the right side because I want it to be charged. So here, 1 second. Let's go. $40 region, 60 region, isn't that a lot? 80, 100, 120. That is somewhat a lot. Not sure if it's enough to... Yeah, it wasn't enough to win, unfortunately. Okay, the port needs to be hasted then. The port needs to be hasted, but still it was interesting. So let's try to beat this guy again. So the again is on the trying. We didn't beat it last time, but now let's see. We have perfect comparison now. What is better? There we go. So the port is charging everything. And damage-wise, this looks better, yes. But defense-wise, we won. Okay, but we have less, of course, of this. But that's okay. So we just figured out what is the better option here. Now let's go for... Let's get an ammo item. When you use another ammo item, use this. Aha. That's pretty good, isn't it? And this will be reloading then. And this needs to be here, because when you use another ammo item, use this, yes, and then this gets hasted. Or charged even, it gets charged. It's like a even better haste. Okay, and now we need here the damage for this fight. Okay, so let's go. That's a spam build. Wow, so close, but the combination, as you can see, it works. We just need more ammo for the repeater, or we need to upgrade the fiber optics, one of the two things. But the repeater is perfectly charging the port here. So let's see. Well, we obviously need fire. Let's put fire here and see where it gets us. Okay. And then this, I think he has ammo, right? No, I always think he has ammo, but he hasn't. Wow. That's a great combination. We just need some healing behind it. There's no healing right now except for the shielded cannon. Your item cooldowns are reduced if something happens, that's okay. Oh. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. That thing will totally destroy the enemy. Let's try to get rid of these two things and just add it here. We can't get rid of the repeater, it's too valuable. And then the first 3 times you create reload. Hasting burn items, that's good. Let's try it out now. So this will be the test. And we burn our boats. Don't have anything else to do anyways. And now the atomic clock, it is reloaded. It is fast. It is even charged. So let's see if we can totally demolish our opponent here. I think we can. think, wow, we don't have enough damage now, but it was still pretty good. Look at this. 9 seconds, 11. So we didn't have enough damage. But it was interesting to test the port with the atomic clock. That's working. The journey is unfortunate, but that's okay. It was a fun journey. And it just shows that when you pick the port, well, don't expect to win. Oh, and look at this. We start 100 days since we lost so poorly here. We didn't start enough days. You know what? I'm going to record another video. I want that quest done. So we are going to push out a ton of Bazaar content in a short time frame, and then I'm going to take a break. We have pre-recorded a lot. So see you in the next video then. It will come right after this. Probably uploaded. Not probably, it will be uploaded on the same day. At the same time pretty much. So you will be able to see the next video right after this one. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.